Hello everybody, Carlos369 Pro. You already know what the deal is. It's time for engagement farming and using the algorithm to boost views. So what are we going to be talking about today, guys? We're going to be talking about multiple things that have occurred this week so far in Pokemon. First things first, today was the Pokemon Center drop for actually Ascended Heroes Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. I literally got in the moment they pinged the queue in one of the Discord servers, and I didn't get it. The thing said like an hour and a half, and I waited like an hour, and I didn't get it. It sold out, which I was like, wow, that's crazy. I don't know how many people were bots or whatever, but that's so crazy, guys. You know, the Pokemon hobby. I'm going to show off this Turtonator because it's awesome. And yeah, guys, the Pokemon hobby has really gone crazy this past year and this year so far, guys. The amount of botting and camping, not camping, but online drops is insane, guys. Like there's gonna be so many bots. Like you could watch Redbeard, you could see some people that actually post what they do with botting, and it comes to the point in the hobby where you just see that like the product is getting wiped out faster than you can think, guys. Everything that restocks, reprints, whatever you want to coin it. I know there's a difference, but those things, they get bought up like that by bots and people and collectors and people that want to open packs and enjoy the hobby. But that's so crazy, guys, when I'm thinking about that every product, guys, it's gonna be botted up. It's gonna be bought up by bots, and people probably can make up all the demand, but at the same time it's probably bots. And so that leads me to my next thing that I've recently saw was supposedly 151, the specialty set, is going to be reprinted, restocked on Target. But you would have to have a Target Plus membership or Circle membership for a year already or something, but for a certain date. But I think at the same time, I think it was May or March was the cutoff date of last year. But when you think about it, the Pokemon boom started in 2025, or at least what I knew, it started in 2025. The end of 2024, beginning of 2025 and onward, it started. That was the boom that we saw. At least I saw. So I think a lot of people already have those credit cards. I guess the savvy, botters, they use the Circle membership to get some cash back, whatever, but which they use on the credit card too. But now that I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I think all that 151, guys, we're never gonna see it hit the market. And if we do see it hit the market, it's gonna be sold by resellers. Maybe some collectors will get the chance to get those, but I think a bunch of resellers are just gonna buy it all up. Same thing that's with all those reprints. Supposedly we're gonna have reprints of booster bundles, which I guess that's cool. I mean, that's awesome. More supply in the market for 151 and Destined Rivals. Supposedly, I don't know I can't confirm it. I don't know, but hopefully we see all those things hit the shelves and it lowers the price pack. People are able to get products at MSRP so they could open it, and that's pretty cool. Hopefully Pokemon, I think there's a lot of print. I think there's a lot of product that's releasing already this couple weeks, in terms of print, other sets, not the new sets, not the Mega Evolution block. But yeah, Costco is doing the Mega Charizard UPCs, and all these reprints supposedly happening. That's pretty insane. I don't know if it's gonna be. I know that the specialty sets, the rare sets, are going to get botted, and I don't know if that supply is going to hit the market, and if it does, it's just going to be a dip of maybe 10-20%, and then dries up, and then it climbs back up. Which is pretty crazy that people invest. I mean, people invest into Pokemon. I think that's, I don't know. Don't know my take on that. My take is very, still differentiated. Whatever that means. I'm using words I don't even know. But yeah, guys. Next thing that I want to talk about was, I think more reprints. Not reprints, but look at this Tauros. Amazing Tauros. I remember this is like one of my cool Pokemon that I thought were cool. So that's crazy. And another thing that has happened in the Pokemon news is the what's it called? The Ascended Heroes 3-pack tech stickers or blisters or whatever. They're getting delayed till February 30th or February 20th, which is insane, guys. That's just Ascended Heroes is pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. And so, get ready for all that, hype to, I guess, build up, accumulate, and people are gonna just, they're gonna end up having to spend money. They're gonna have to end up spending $14 to $15 a pack on the secondary market. Unfortunately, if you are one of those people that really, really, really want to open Pokemon packs the day of release, want it in your hands to open it, might not even get in your hands because you're probably buying it from Whatnot, but I don't know. That's besides the point. But if you really want to open those packs and get those packs, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay up. But like I said, I don't know. And yeah. Also, one thing too, I think I saw online was the Perfect Order leaks. Not leaks, but the set in Japan has already released. So obviously those cards that are in those sets. I'm not saying every single card might be in the Perfect Order set because there's always some exclusive cards that they release as promos or something like that from the set. For example, like the Deck Starter 100 is going to be in Ascended Heroes, but it wasn't in Mega Dream, I believe. That's what my opinion. That's my understanding of what I was reading. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if all of whatever that set is called, Zero something, is going to be in the English mainline set of Perfect Order. So that concludes that news. Talk about Pokemon releases, Pokemon restocks, Pokemon new sets, and I think that's pretty much it. There's so much news that goes on, like I said, guys, that you could end every day. You could talk about Pokemon endlessly. So, that's amazing that Pokemon has that. And yeah, guys, I think there's something else too. I think I want to talk about is collecting in general, collecting from a standpoint that I don't know. My collecting experience. I want to talk about my collecting experience. My collecting experience has been pretty good in a way. I'd say like I've maneuvered or I've traversed through the Pokemon space successfully. Not really, but I've avoided buying lots of product on Whatnot. Not a lot, but I bought some product, but I've paying market prices, all that stuff. I've done it a little bit, but I haven't done it too much. I think it would be crazy. I think it would be an understatement to say that I'm perfect in the sense of that, because look at these two sets that I've gotten. You know how I got these boxes, guys? You know how I got these two supposedly mid sets, not really mid sets, but weak tier sets. I've got these mid-tier sets by camping out on release date every day for at least 8 hours. This one was 8 hours. Alright, guys, my phone had died from storage overload. But look, these two boxes, I've done some crazy stuff to get these two boxes. So, going back to where we are, we have a lot of stuff. Sometimes I feel like we kind of don't. I mean, I don't know. In my sense, I just have all this stuff, guys, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, that's insane to think about. Like, wow, that's your collection, or that's what you have. Like, you don't even use any of these cards. Like, none of these cards I'm ever gonna use. maybe one day I'll like put it in a blind box or something. I don't know. You know, that's the thing about like Pokemon hobby right now. For me, is like it's so much stuff that like I don't even know. I don't know what to do with it. You know, people will say, "Oh, you can sell it on eBay and bulk buys and bulk sales, bulk lots." I'll do a bulk lot one day. But yeah, I think that's gonna conclude my video, guys. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what your topics are, what your thoughts are on everything, the Pokemon space, and yeah, I want to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.